Hey everyone, Jules here, and welcome back to OCE Racing League 2 for your round 6 at the Brazilian Grand Prix. So it's your host here, Jules here, and I'll take you through a quick race intro of the Brazilian track. So as you can see, the nice, lovely corners of Brazil, nice little landscape there, with a lot of elevation changes, nice twisty layout of the track. Show the race intro will show the track layout here. As you can see, the sector 1, sector 2 and sector 3 track going in a clockwise formation. 2 DRS zones, one on the main straight and one on the second straight. Nice little elevation changes, 15 corners all in all, so it will make for a great entertaining race. But next up we'll show a quick track hot lap video, which was held by Window this week. So Window will run through his lap of the Brazilian Grand Prix. And his nice little black and orange livery, very similar to what McLaren used back in 2014, 15 and 16, so black and orange. But we'll hop on board the moment he goes straight past the start-finish straight. So first up, you've got the center S's, then the tight left, and then opening up to the right-hander. All the way down to the second. This will be the second straight here, where the second DRS zone will open up just past that white line, coming into turn 4. So this is what we'll call the Reta Oposta. Turn 4, be nice and late on the brake so you can carry the speed, and then continue into turn 5, into turn 6 for Adora. I believe that's how you pronounce it. Turn 7 tightens up quite a lot, and it's so easy to put on a little bit extra power, go wide, and get yourself a track limits penalty. Turn up to turn 11, the Bico de Porto. So nice and tight. Car likes to try and get away from you. The rear end not really gripping well there. Come nice and wide as you can, because the track narrows up into turn 13 for junk out. As you start your straight up, basically heading into the second DRS zone, and the last one on the main straight. Tighten the line as much as you can, saves you a little bit of time, and there is the line. So that's the hot lap from Window today. We will show you now who is racing today. So quick grid for you guys. As you can see, you got Wolfman is back, and he's back to the Brazilian Grand Prix. So we'll see if he can continue his form where he left off. Unfortunately, he was away last week, and I Love Controller took advantage of that. So he went winning the last race. We'll go through the previous race results just before. Hokkien, race number 2. So again, this is probably his 4th race here for this season, but he's returning for round 6. You got the Z-Dog, you got Quackle, J Miles, Mad Dog, Sly Dog, Zarko, Matty Man, who this is his debut today, or for this race here, so the new debutant. You've got then Quick Draw, Oreo, Hey LT, the M Dog, I Love Controller, Kiwi, Alabos, and King Hunter. Unfortunately, he's having a bit of a few issues with his electricity, his power in his house, and hopefully we'll see him sometime in qualifying, but if not, hopefully just before the race. And then otherwise, once that 18-minute time limit goes, unfortunately, whoever's in qualifying will start the race then and there. But as the drivers looks like they've readied up, I can introduce you to, well, the one and only Biggles. Biggles, are you there?
I am here, sir. I'm excited. It's Sunday, right? And it's Interagos, and welcome to the Brazilian Grand Prix. And I tell you what, there are many, many reasons to smile as we head into round 6 of season 3. Well, mate, this circuit, the Juan Carlos Pace, well, guess who won here back in 1975? And guess what? He was with our Aussie team, Brabham. There's also a wonderful statue of him at the front of the circuit that we pass every day. Well, there you go. You learn something new. Anyway, thank you. Good to be back in the booth here for OCE Racing.
Yeah, welcome back. Welcome back. It's been quite some time. How is it? How has it been?
Been good, mate. I've been racing around circuits around the world. Been flying around the world in many different tracks, left, right, and center. So yeah, it's been absolutely busy. And man, I'll tell you what, I'm loving to be back in Brazil, as you know. It's a south of the equator, one of those circuits, and anti-clockwise as well. I'm a lefty by nature. I'm actually a bit of both, but more of a lefty. So this kind of circuit works very well for me.
No.
And I'm kind of like I love hanging out at that little palm tree that's on turn 9, I believe it is, up the hill. You'll see that one, that a lonely little palm tree that's actually inside the course, inside the barriers.
We definitely will. Definitely will. Definitely will.
Yep.
And, well, welcoming back into the booth once again, Moggs, welcome back. It's been a little while since you've been here.
Yeah, it has been, Jules. Thank you for having me. I'm very excited for a day in Interlagos. Looks like the sun's out, looks sunny, temperatures look good, track looks grippy, and yeah, it's going to be a fun time with yourself and Biggles, and I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, it doesn't look too bad on the track, and yeah, we're definitely looking forward to it. To be honest, this is probably the first time the three of us have been together on a commentary box, so this will be fun.
It will be, mate. I tell you what, the rain is going to come down a little bit, but I'd say in about 30 minutes' time, so I don't think that'll be an issue during qualifying. Rain forecast during the race is not going to be so much of an issue, but a little bit overcast. So
Yeah.
I think after the race, we'll be heading down to the beaches of Rio and hanging out with
Yeah.
those beautiful Brazilian ladies.
Yep. As just on board with Mad Dog right now, and he's going to be our first driver. You can see all these guys queuing up for the tow right behind each other, but Mad Dog will be the first driver to set a qualifying lap. Look at the map. You've got all the way, and I think, who is that? That's Sly Dog right on the end coming into turn 11 right now. So there's about 11 cars there right now. Maybe even more than that. They're all queuing up for the tow behind each other. Is it really that effective here?
Well, I'm not really too sure. I think right now everyone's kind of bunched up. They're eager to get a lap in, get their banker laps in. I don't know, especially coming into Sector 2 where you've got a lot of corners. You don't really want to be too close behind someone getting that dirty air. But maybe for Sector 3 going on to the main straight, that's where you could probably, or it could pay dividends, getting that tow from the driver in front of you. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah. Biggles, your thoughts as well?
No idea, my friend. I'm a driver, not a driver. I'm just going to commentate up here. You need to ask those 17 drivers down there how to get it done, as Wolfie's going to be one of the first ones across the line, no doubt, and set the first banker in this evening in that really psychedelic purple car 97. Let's see what he's going to do.
Yeah. Well, you've missed quite a bit, Biggles. Actually, Wolfman, as he puts in a 107.949, and I thoroughly expect that time to come down quite a bit, as we were hitting that in practice sessions. So I expect that time to come down. But Wolfman, he's won the first 4 races. Missed round 5 in Austria, and that left the door wide open for I Love Controller, who puts in a 108 flat, so not very far off Wolfman. And Z-Dog's about to cross the line with a 108.9. So I Love Controller took full reign from Wolfman last round, and he's closed the gap up to just under 20 points, which I'll go through very, very shortly. But it's going to be interesting to see what happens between I Love Controller and Wolfman. Oreo's lurking around not too far behind. He's been very quick at Brazil. He's on the mediums right now. Actually, I would like to see what everybody's tyre they've got set on. J Miles currently on the intermediates, so I think he's trying the esports tactic. That is an esports tactic. Yeah.
He also knows there's rain on the horizon in 20 minutes, so maybe he's a little eager on that one.
I think so.
Yeah.
I'm wondering.
Sometimes I've seen drivers do full wets. They're not gambling on that one at the moment anyway, so we switch that one.
That is an absolutely amazing time. Sorry, because Oreo put in a 108.2, 3/10 off Wolfman's time on the mediums. That's an absolutely stunning time from Oreo. What is the actual tyre difference here, Moggs? Do you know?
No, I haven't actually checked, Jules. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to tell you, sorry.
Biggles, would you be able to get onto that for us? Are you there, Biggles?
That's alright, I'll have a quick look, see if I can find out.
I think he's probably looking right now. Probably. But Absolutely amazing lap. As Matty Man, the new debutant, puts himself in P5 with a 108.4. So not too bad of a lap. The only one that's yet to sort of lap out is the M-Dog and Mad Dog. So let's have a look at the nice, stunning track layout of Brazil. Hey, I think I see that palm tree of yours, Biggles. So I wonder where he's gone, actually. He's gone very silent.
Not too sure. You just went a little bit silent.
He's gone very quiet, actually.
Who has?
You.
Oh, here he is.
My apologies.
Just appeared out of nowhere.
I was just chatting to Jeff down in the pits there, just trying to get what sort of strategy is going to work out this evening for these drivers.
So what's our Ted Kravitz been up to?
I don't know. He's testing the champagne that's going to be on the podium later, so I'm not quite sure what he was saying. It was a little slurpy on his words. So I don't know if we...
So what's the opinions you've gathered up? The strategies.
Well, mediums to softs can work, but that's a tall order. Obviously, you have to be pretty pacey on them, and we have a full, 17 drivers on the grid, perhaps even a few more if they join a little bit late in qualifying. 10 minutes to go.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a tall stretch. I mean, really, at the end of the day, the softs are going to be much quicker around here. I believe that they are about half a second a lap quicker than the mediums on full load. So yeah, that's what Ted told me when he was slurring his words as he's testing the champagne. That's all I can give to you.
Well, then I must admit, as I said, Oreo with an absolutely stunning time. Sorry to cut you off before as well, Biggles. The Oreo with a stunning time, only 3/10 behind Mad Dog, who is now the new pole sitter at the moment. Currently, Tycho Hendricks, Kiwi, let's go, Tycho Hendricks. It's all because you're his race director. Good morning, Tycho Hendricks. They're in Germany, and possibly, maybe it is why he's pretty quick there. But look, Oreo is quite quick around here. He's I think he's a good 1 or 2 tenths quicker than me here, to be honest, which is scary.
You talking the talk there as a driver? What you saying?
Well,
that's your D2 driving's a little bit better than the tier 2.
I mean, I suppose that's why I'm in tier 1, but at the same time, there's no reason why some of these tier 2 drivers can't challenge tier 1, as Wolfman's already proved that with a race win in Monaco. Taking advantage as the M-Dog invalidates his lap once again, so second time unlucky. But Wolfman's going around once again. But yeah, Wolfman literally just took advantage of the kerfuffle between Zox and I in Monaco, and he stormed past and just ran away with the race victory. So no reason why a tier 2 driver can't come into tier 1 and steal the show. That was also the weekend you missed, Mog, so you missed a lot of fun.
Yes. Yeah, definitely. But I did watch the live stream when I was up in Queensland. But yeah, as you said before, Wolfman, and a few other drivers in Tier 2 as well, they can definitely come into Tier 1 and show up everyone on the grid. Wolfman, with his win in Monaco, just the right place at the right time. He was always there. And that's what you'd really want in a driver who's got good racecraft and good speed. So Wolfman, I think today might have first place in my books.
Potentially, but he's
Keep an eye on Oreo. Sorry to cut you off there. Oreo set the fastest first sector. I love Controller. Sets a pretty good time there. I don't think Oreo's going to have enough to bring it there. Ooh. Yes, he will actually.
Yes.
It's going to make me eat my biscuits.
I was literally just about to say I love Controller was the currently challenging Wolfman with 2 tenths up on his time. Oreo comes out of nowhere and puts in a 107.4, so about 8 tenths quicker than his time on the mediums.
By the way, just before that, I just wanted to say that, Mogsy, up in Queensland, that's good. Good state. Queenslander, that's where I'm from. So, good on you. Hope you enjoyed it up there.
It was good. The Sunshine State. I'm currently living in Canberra, so it was actually a nice change to get to Queensland where it's a bit warmer.
I bet you it is. I bet you it is for sure.
I was about to say, yeah, Queensland is so much more warmer, but here we are in Melbourne. It's cold, and we're in lockdown 4.0 actually in Victoria, in Australia. So
yeah,
This is
Are
what
you
I'm
still
doing.
wearing masks? I have not. We still since what February last to March last year in Panama. It's still mandatory to wear a mask everywhere you go in this country. Still, I
We've
mean they've just eased things up, but yeah.
we've been off and on, to be honest, as Kiwi goes almost 3/10 quicker in Sector 2. We've been off and on now. Ooh, and there goes Kiwi's time, and he spins right off the track. And the track resets him. So, ooh!
Junko, I think, turned 12 as well.
Yeah, almost get into the way. Yeah, in the way of Slider. The game can be really funny about that because literally, like, if you fall far enough away from the track, it'll just reset you into the middle of the road. So it's a little bit funny, but I suppose until they fix that, there's nothing that the drivers who's coming past. It's literally going to be who's the unlucky one if they get in the way. So
Headmaster's fixing something, and it's late in the season. No, that one. You have to wait till the next game, right?
pretty much.
Let's see if the
actually.
McLaren driver, Matty Man, can get improvement on there. He will, just ahead of Mad Dog, P4.
Yeah, but yeah, as I was saying with the mask, so it's been mandatory, then not mandatory. Now it's once again mandatory. Now that we're back in lockdown, so is what it is. But as we just watched the Z-Dog go 4/10 quicker up on his time, puts himself into P10, so not too bad. Kiwi, that was scary. It looked scary from that angle, so it looked very scary. And Guackle's still on the mediums right now, not improving by much. I think he's really trying to get himself into the top 10. I think it's going to be very difficult because the only one that's leading on the mediums is Jay Miles, and he's P11. So
He can obviously do the 2 laps, right? I mean, at the moment, this is his warm-up lap because he's got 19 first sector. That's not going to cut anything at all he needs this evening to get further up in the grid. But he's getting ready, and he's warming up there. So Junko right now, turn 12, and he'll be climbing up the hill. There's basically a couple more corners here, but they really aren't counting. And then the one I can never pronounce, which is Acrocobolagalus, whatever it is, turn 15, climbing up the hill. Yeah, I'll never get that one. And he'll be starting his flying lap, I believe, now on the... No, who's going to say, shut up, I'm going to pit.
yeah, and that's almost as tough to pronounce as well as a Plueta from Chelsea. As Chelsea won the UEFA Champions League this morning. So anyone who's a Chelsea fan,
I haven't watched it yet. I was on replay. I'm only kidding.
So anybody that's
spoilers out.
a Chelsea fan, unfortunately, I just gave the result away. But I mean, I'm sure you guys would know if you're a Chelsea fan. So, but yeah, that name of that track. What is that? That's worse to pronounce than Azpilicueta from the left back from Chelsea. So
I'll tell you what, Jules, you need to commentate a couple of European League races with me because there's some of those names in there that I still struggle with today.
I mean,
in the game.
If they're Italian, they're going to be very easy for me to pronounce. Being part
try
Italian.
the Russian, Italian, no, not so the French, the Romanian. There's a lot of names in there that are just almost impossible to pronounce.
Yeah, you see, the French might trip me up a bit because they get a lot of silent stuff in there sometimes. And
how about the Dutch?
Even-
That's the hard one too.
Yeah, I would assume. I mean, look, once you deal with a lot of Scandinavian names, I mean, playing soccer, you get to deal with a lot of this stuff anyway. So you kind of learn based on because you play with a lot of people with different nationalities. So you kind of learn it, but I suppose like some names are pretty difficult to pronounce. But we don't have last names in here, so it's really just what your Steam name is.
Yeah, it's easy too, mate. I'm looking at all this going, this is probably the easiest way you can ever pronounce half the names. Plus, too, they're Australian and Kiwi as well, so that would make it even easier for me to pronounce.
Yeah.
But then again, as we are commentators, we have the luxury of giving them nicknames as we do. So
That's
we
true.
shorten everything.
I mean,
So Killaroo improved up into P6. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
there. Sorry, Wolfman also just improved now with a one. Just literally is just under 3 thousandths of a second behind I Love Controller. So Oreo still on top.
Or is he in the middle?
He is the man in the middle. He's just missing the vanilla part.
He's the cream and eating the biscuit at the moment. So you know you're gonna never let him live down. You gotta have a name of I Love Controller or Oreo or Wolfman, you know that it's coming thick and fast there. Matty Man as well. Plenty of dogs in the house as well.
I was about to say
Kangaroo.
I was about to say with your nickname theory in this league would not work, only because we have 4 drivers with the name dog in it, and they're not all related, but they're related to each other. So the Z this time I can get it right. So the Z dog is the father of the M dog, and Sly Dog and Mad Dog are brothers. So this time I got it right. But yes.
I tell you what, guys, who's all bark and who's all bite? That'll be the question, won't it?
Right now, the biggest bite is Wolfman.
That's it.
Mad Dog actually just
Danger
jumped
out.
himself. Yeah, Mad Dog just jumped himself into 4th, so he's the biggest bite out of the ones with dogs at the moment. So the name's in dog. So he's currently got that. Oreo improving on his sector 2 by just under a 10th. He's going for it once again with 1:26 to go. I'm assuming though that is probably incorrect, since we get loaded into the lobby earlier than, and he does improve by 66 thousandths of a second. Wow.
So 107.4 flat. Flat. You couldn't get any more flatter.
No, you can't. I mean, unless he gets into the 106s, but
Yeah,
then
somebody could. Well, I Love Controller, it's possible to do it. And I Love Controller could be. Go on board with that. I was going to say McLaren driver, but he's just in a McLaren Orange. He's not in a McLaren car. A 16.5 first sector. That's pretty good. Now, he's been very impressive in the second sector as well. So when you look this up, 106s on your dial will definitely be I Love Controller's favorite radio station.
well, yeah. I mean, who was it? I think I was talking to Mad Dog or Sly Dog. Someone was saying they reckon we could, on the right conditions, we could get into the 106s. As I Love Controller, almost 2 tenths up. This is going to challenge for pole from Oreo. But yeah, I Love Controller, his new livery, he was saying please comment on it. And we can. It's very nice.
Oh, it's very orange. I like it. The Dutch love it.
He does
And
take pole.
everybody in Brazil love it right now because you've got yourself a pole. It didn't get the 106s, but a 107.3. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's improves. He's got to just to make a little bit more improvement, I believe, in the third sector. So something to do with the downforce, I guess, on that car is what he needs to tweak.
Well,
Too late now.
I know Oreo. It is actually starting to rain. Oh, I can see
Told you
this.
the rain.
Oh,
I told
see
you
it.
the rain was coming, guys.
I can see this clearly from Matty Man. He's not going to improve anymore on this time. You can see the rain coming down. Guackle has left it little too late. He's stuck in 15th. I don't think he's going much further than that, unless he sets out a blinding lap time.
No, I think he's pulled out.
Well, I mean, Matty Man is 3 tenths up on his time. That puts him 107.5 around the Wolfman area. Can he do a Charles Leclerc and go quicker and a slightly damp track? He does, you know.
Oh, wow.
He puts himself into 3rd, the new debutant for Matty Man. The debut is setting on 3rd on the grid for the race.
That's awesome. He'll be happy with that.
He'd be very,
Super
very happy.
impressive, exactly. So he lost a little bit in the first sector as well. He could have improved even more. So perhaps that P2 was up for grabs. But anyway, P3 can't go too wrong on that because going into those center S's will be survival of the fittest. But anyway, don't have to worry about the wet conditions. And I think that'll be qualifying pretty much over from anybody. Nobody else
Yeah.
is improving. No.
Nah, Quick Draw's just coming back onto the circus. I'm assuming that wet weather's caught him out a bit. He's been off the track in the last corner, Junkao. Or the turn 13, I should say, not last corner, as Killer is retired. Quick Draw has also retired. So the only one we're waiting on, I Love Control to come into the pits. Guackle is also into the pits. He only went 1 spot higher, and that is P14. Quick Draw's been disqualified.
But blocking the wrong way by driving. That's what I'm getting for the race control. That's weird.
That is strange. That's very strange.
Slippers are 20, mate. We'll sort that one out.
Biggest Dodo
Said that, yeah.
Biggest Dodo confirmed. Is that rain the last minute quality? It was rain in the last minute of quality. So is that going to be premonition to the race? Who knows? We're about to find out. But we're on board with Matty Man. The probably the star, I suppose. Coming in his first race, puts it on 3rd. 1 tenth behind I Love Controller, who sets a 107.352 in qualifying. Oreo P2 with a 107.4 flat, so 48 thousandths of a second behind. Matty Man in third, Wolfman fourth. So the current championship leader in fourth. Mad Dog fifth, Albos sixth, Killaroo seventh, Z-Dog eighth, M Dog ninth, Zarko 10th, J Miles 11th, Pay 12th, Sly Dog 13th, Quackle 14th, Kiwi 15th, Hokkien 16th, and Quick Draw, only driver to be disqualified in that P17. So, I think it's time to show Biggles what you missed in the last race, and that was the previous race results. If I can pull it up. And I can. And here we go. You got the previous race results of last round. So I Love Controller taking the win from Oreo, and J Miles getting his second podium in a row. J Miles has actually been on quite a bit of a run lately, so he's been doing all right for himself. So Mad Dog in P4, he had probably one of his I wouldn't say best race, but better races in recent times. Mad Dog, unfortunately, since his win in Belgium, has I wouldn't say struggling, but he's been in probably the wrong place at the wrong time. You know, one of those drivers, because yeah.
I know plenty of them.
So
I'd say pretty good. It looks like a pretty good effort from J Miles, isn't it? From P10 up to P3 and getting the fastest lap. So interested to know what the strategy was at play there for that one. But I Love Controller and Oreo back at it again, aren't they, in this race?
They are.
Same.
But yeah, J Miles, and J Miles even got Desync out of the lobby too, and as did I Love Controller. Both of them got kicked out of the session. I Love Controller came away with the win, and J Miles finished in third. So wasn't a bad effort from those two. But yeah, Guackle with P8, Kiwi 9th, Alabos 10th. So that was his debut, finishing the top 10. Hokkien 11th, Z-Dog 12th, Pay 13th, Quick Draw 14th. So the only two DNFs were Rayhan and Shadow, who I must admit really struggled in the first 5-6 laps as it was pouring rain. So, but we'll take a look at the current standings, and you can see Wolfman, the gap has closed at the top with I Love Controller less than 20 points, so 17 points behind Wolfman. So that gap at the top has mightily been closed by I Love Controller, simply because Wolfman didn't race. So with our new point system, you don't race, but you get a DNF, you're in a little bit of trouble. So Quackle, P3 in the standings. A little bit of a distance, but you can see he's had 2 podiums. It's kept him up there. Oreo 1 point behind, so Oreo's closed the gap. So he's not too far behind. A good result here, and he might be within a shot.
I think keep an eye on Malsey as well, because Malsey, as you said, like those 2 P3s in a row there. So after a couple of poor starts, is improving. That's what you want, and then obviously, J Miles at the moment is going to be starting outside top 10, but will be the only driver on medium tyres there to elect to that strategy. So, yeah, let's see if he can pull off a miracle like he did in the last race.
Yeah. But I think we can have a quick look now as everyone's coming back onto the grid. So, last one will be Quick Draw, who's coming around now. Nazami, so Sujo, Quick Draw got disqualified when he tried to rejoin the track. Yeah, you were right, Biggles. So unfortunately for Quick Draw, but the lights are about to go out. I can't see the lights. I don't think anyone else can see the lights, but we know it's on 5 at the moment, waiting to go out. Who is that going?
Oh, that's a jump start. Oh no, that's an AI. Oh, that's an actual front jump start. M-Dog. Anyway, go ahead.
What is going on? It shows Alabos there.
Yeah.
He's
Alabos. Right up P5. I think he's got to have I Love Controller and so forth. We might have a lobby problem issue, but I don't know. It's still looking pretty good for me.
Yeah, the M-Dog, I think, has got a jump start.
Yeah, he does. Confirm easily.
So, bit of lobby issues there. Moggs, do you see the same thing?
Yeah, pretty much the same thing. I saw Alabos. I thought he actually made a jump start, but in the race director it doesn't mention anything. So
no, he did a brilliant start. Yeah.
Yeah. So
did
there could be a little
up
bit of
four.
lobby issues, but yeah.
Yes. I think I know. He's leading the pack. I have a funny feeling because this happened last time, and it was down to I Love Control. I Love Control got kicked out of the session last week before the start. The lights went out, and when he got reinvited back into the session, he also took off way before everybody else. I feel like this might be a Cody's glitch.
Well, I mean,
Gotcha,
what I've known in different leagues, and assuming a few overtakes coming in my suit thick and fast, but it's if an AI controls the car at the start of the race, it will just obliterate everybody. So that if Albatross was controlled by an AI at the start of the race, that's the reason why he's going to have it quicker than everybody else. But there was definitely a jump start there for the other driver who's going to have to serve that.
Yeah, M-Dog, I think he's already served it. Slydog also in the pit, so I think Slydog's had to box for a new front wing.
Keep an eye on Matty in P4. He's getting pretty tucked up behind Oreo already, so Oreo's under the feeling the pressure.
For me, Wolfman's right behind him. He's nowhere near Oreo, actually.
Matty Man, sorry, ahead of Wolfman.
Yeah, so as we've got a yellow,
pretty close.
Yellow flag. Someone's obviously dropped it. I think it might have been Hokkien, potentially. But yeah, now the grid's starting to equalise out. The timing, a little bit all over the place because it says Killaroo's a minute and 11 seconds behind Wolfman.
Controller's got to get our lead up right now. He will, of Albatross, who got that awesome start there. Can he try to send it on the outside through the center rest? It's going to be a little bit risky.
Broke himself. Sorry, Biggles. Yeah. Ooh. Oreo's taken I Love Controller out of all that. Sorry, Biggles.
No, go ahead. Fine.
Oreo taking advantage there. He's also all over Alaboz. Up in the middle, he makes it as well.
Matty Man's just taken I Love Controller.
Oh my goodness me.
Yeah, it's a four-way squabble at the front, isn't it? But that's what you want to see, the action. And everybody else is catching this as well. So as they climb up the hill through turns 8 and 9. Sorry about the Biggles palm tree. You'll be focusing on the racetrack right now, guys.
Well, the problem is there's no interval, so I can't tell how close everyone is together. I can only keep an eye on who's in front where.
Well, you need the telemetry software, my friend. I have it right here. I can tell you.
Please, I mean, how accurate is it is the question.
Anyway, it'll sort itself out. This is your usual lap 2, lap 3 glitch of Codemasters, which hopefully will be fixed in the new game. Here's going to be a run, but now with the slipstream and with the DRS activated between, I think, Matty and Albatross, I think, and then also I Love Controller all in the mix.
Yeah, Alaboz has been passed by Matty Man, and I don't think I Love Controller is going to wait around. Wolfman's gone around the outside. Oh, he's going to make it stick. There's contact. Wolfman's gone round. Oh, he's been hit. Killaroo and Mad Dog. What was I saying about Mad Dog being in the wrong place at the wrong time? Unbelievable. Killaroo's also gone round. Killaroo there is going to be furious. Wolfman will be furious. Who is that making the move? It looks like that black and white car. It's hard to tell. I think it might have been J Miles getting past. But for now, the Z-Dog finds himself in 5th. I Love Controller 4/10 away from Alaboz. Oh, wow.
Yeah. So Alaboz is still hanging in there at the moment, dropping a couple of positions now. But Matty's doing a pretty fantastic job, isn't it, up to. And as well, the Z-Dog doing a pretty good job there, up 3 positions. But I tell you what, guess what? Goak Wacky, he's up 7, man, in P7 at the moment, looking pretty strong. J Miles is up 1 as well. Get ready for the next round here as we're going to be climbing up the hill. And once again, down the main straight, you're going to see the passes into the S's.
So Alaboz is no longer a AI no more. It's now him in control. So I Love Controller gets round, bit of a lock up. He's still there. Squeezed just enough. Alaboz, I think, realized there's no point fighting that. As Mad Dog is in the pit. Looks like Wolfman's getting nice and cozy with the Z-Dog. No. So, once again, Guackle has made 7 places off where he started. He did it in Austria. He's doing it once again. Yellow flag. Who's going slowly there? Looks like Slydog. No, it's Quick Draw. Whoop. So, it is Quick Draw. Quick Draw was going very slowly. We also have a lot of action. Another yellow flag. Who is that? I think it's Kiwi. Kiwi is off the track. It looks like he's hit the wall too, because I see front wing there.
He's often out of Casino de Lago as well, turns 4 and 5.
Yeah, he's missing his whole front left end plate.
He's got about 2 kilometers to get back to the pits right now, so get it done early. No safety cars, just local yellows.
Yeah.
Still 17 drivers in the race.
Yeah, everyone, no retirements yet. At this point, we already had 1 retirement last round. So, Hokkien is on the hards. I did not realize this earlier.
He started. He was the only hard driver that started on the hards.
Yeah, Guackle on the mediums too. So these guys are going to go very far into the race. So Guackle, J Miles, they're looking for some distance in the race. Hopefully help them out later on. Mad Dog on the mediums. He's going to need to stop again. He's probably going to do a medium soft stint. He's quite catching Kiwi very quickly as Kiwi's in the pits. Mad Dog does pass him. The M Dog very close as well to Hokkien. So, Moggs, on your end, what do you see? Sorry, Hockien's just let the M-Dog past. So go ahead, Moggs.
Yeah, I'm seeing I Love Controllers just 5/10 behind Matty Man. I feel like he's getting a little bit held up, and he wants to be overtaking Matty as soon as he can, so he can catch up to Oreo.
Yeah. I suppose it's the other thing as well. Or the longer that Matty Man stays in front of Controller, the race is going towards Oreo. So, as J Miles with a very nice livery.
Got an awesome exit out of that corner as well too. He's easily just past Zarko. Up at a P8.
Yes.
He's also on those medium tires as well. So does that mean that we're getting that crossover point from the mediums and the softs?
Yeah.
It's going to work out brilliant for him.
It's lap 7 now, so yeah, they will feel the degrade of the softs coming in. But yeah, nice livery from J Miles. Nice pass from J Miles.
Looks like he's like 3-year-old kid has just got the crayons out and just got that car delivery. It looks great, but he doesn't have any children. He's he's obviously found out what it's going to be to have if you were to have children. Take care of that. But yeah, and somehow Guackle got ahead of him as well during that, and Guackle's now the leader of the medium tires, which is interesting. Well, G Miles can get on with it up the road. I don't think they're going to be too much pressured by those soft tires, and obviously if no safety car and stuff like that comes into play, these two guys are looking pretty good, P7 and P8.
It looks like, I think I missed it, but I'm pretty sure I saw I Love Controller leave the session. He's about to be...
I think so, yeah. Alaboz is about to make a move on him as well.
Yeah, he's going around the outside. Chris, if you are there, you're probably listening in. I Love Controller probably needs another invite. So...
that's going to hurt him.
See if I can send it as well.
Yeah. So... James Regan, Alameo, what? Oreo in first. He is in first. He's leading the race by 2.2 seconds from Matty Man on his Matty Man's debut.
Yeah, Oreo's really pulled out now. He's got that 2-second lead. He'll just be wanting to manage that as much as he can as the leader.
Yeah.
Work his tyres through, get to the pit stop, whether he's doing a one-stop, possibly. But yeah, he'll just be managing that lead from now on.
So, you know what's even more interesting? Wolfman is still in 6th place.
Yeah, been watching Wolfman, and it looks like he's just struggling just a little bit, trying to get around the Z-Dog. See if he can make the move now, as the Z-Dog's going around I Love Controller. The Wolfman will want to be going past this.
Oh!
Oh, he's just missed his braking point, I think.
Bit of a bump.
Yeah. Z-Dog comes back on. Guackle makes the move past the Z-Dog as well.
Yeah, Guackle, J Miles. Yeah. So, Wolfman. Oh, his first race back, and it's not going as well as he would have liked. Sitting in 5th right now. Time falling all the way.
Oh, he would have a bit of front wing damage. Yeah, he's locking up hard, so Guackle will be looking to take his opportunity here as well.
Yeah, Guackle getting nice and close, especially with those mediums. Guackle's going to find himself in the podium position very soon. 3
His
tenths.
tires are good. Yeah, about 30%, guys. The rears are pretty good. The punishing tires, the front right, about 32%. So he's got plenty of pace here.
Ooh, we seem to
get on with it.
A bit more lag coming in right now. I think I Love Controller is back. We're going to be able to watch everything from on board of Guackle's car. Wolfman goes in the pit, so he's decided to go early. Gap closing down between... Yeah, gap closing down to I Love Controller with Guackle. Guackle's not going to go for it. So, things...
He needs to be patient here and try to get a very good exit out of the center S's down to Curvasol to get on that DRS now. Gonna take it all the way down, wrap up Pulsar, and then try to get into Casino de Lago P4 and turns 4 and 5, and then just get some gaining at least. Get it about as a half a second, which is right on the money, and then line them all up through the other sectors here, the twisty turning sector, which he should gain a lot more positions right now, gain a lot more speed, as you can see, because the tires are a lot much better on the mediums. Line them up ready for the main straight, and that should be an easy pass, I'd say, into turn 1 and 2
Well,
for the next lap.
Wolfman is coming out in some fresh air. I was just on board with him just before now. So he's on the hards. So he's not going to make another pit stop in this race. He's going to go all the way into the end, or as long as he possibly can go, unless there's a safety car. Right now, we've been okay for safety cars. There's not really been any major accidents, other than we saw Kiwi very wide off the track and into the wall.
I think Jar Miles has got Guackle. He does.
He does.
So J Miles got past him. So for the battle for the medium tyres is on. J Miles has so much more pace. I'm not quite sure where Guackle lost a lot of time there. He was battling up I Love Controller. Now all of a sudden Miles is there battling up I Love Controller.
Yeah, J Miles is going to go for. Is he going to go for his third podium in the row? He's been on some good form lately. It's possible. So, Moggs, what do you see now? What's next on your list, on your radar?
I've just been watching Oreo. He's actually extending that lead a lot more. So unfortunate for Wolfman. There he's on the hards. Yeah, he doesn't really want to be going into the pits for any more tyres, so he'll be trying to stay out. Guackle, J Miles. Yeah, look, I think J Miles, if he's going to be looking after his tyres, he's definitely up into a podium position as well, because he's not too far off Oreo.
He just gained.
Yeah, we're in for a good race, honestly.
Yeah, sorry to cut you off mid-sentence as well. He's just gained an extra place because Alabos is missing his front left end plate, and he's fallen down the order from where was he in third. So Alabos has had a moment, and he's lost his podium position because this is going to cost him quite some time. So
Yeah, think about the M Dog at the moment, P9. He's already had an extra pit stop.
yes,
He's already running all the tyres, but yeah, that's it still. But a pit stop around here's going to cost you about 23 seconds in and out if you do it right.
I mean
Without the front wing change.
the M Dog's.
And I tell you, yeah.
No, sorry. Yeah, go ahead, Biggles. No, go.
No, you go ahead.
I was going to say, the M-Dog's got some serious speed around here. Behind the leader right now, if we have a quick look, M-Dog is 23 seconds, so he hasn't really lost much time from where he was when he came in for the jump start. He's only 23 seconds behind Oreo, so when Oreo comes back out, he should be around the M-Dog. So M-Dog will feel it then, but he's gained about 8 or 9 places from when he had to remake those positions up.
Yeah, but he's still going to box again. He has to box as well, so that's the crucial thing. It's all about those medium runners of J Miles and Guackle, because they're the guys that are currently still running 12 and 13 seconds off the leader.
Yeah.
And they'll be obviously taking those tires a little bit further. At the moment, those soft tires must be punishing because they're about 45%. And we're going to see them boxing now. And there's a Z.
Kiwi's retired. Virtual safety car. Oh, wow.
Oh.
Where is Kiwi retired? Who is, I think it's Killaroo going...
Oh, it is through the center S's.
So anyone who's going past, I can't see Kiwi right now, so unfortunately can't see what's happening.
Everybody's boxing. You're not going to see anybody go past yet. Yeah, you'll have to go to the McLaren. Oh, they're all McLaren.
I reckon I can see it from Z-Dog. Kiwi's car literally just disappeared. That's annoying. Okay, let's see who is coming into the box. So Z-Dog's boxed. The M-Dog has boxed. So there's his semi-free pit stop. Oreo, he's still not far enough ahead right now. He's coming around, but it's when that virtual safety car will end. And something tells me when he gets to the pits, it'll end.
That's I thought Oreo, Matty, and Love Controller would have boxed on a cheaper pit stop at the moment, so that's cost them. That might have worked out very well for the Z-Dog because he got a pit stop in and out. And now he's about 35 seconds there, but he's going to run those cars again.
I Love Controller's gotten a drive-through penalty for speeding under the safety car.
He's got to stop that car in time, otherwise he's going to get a penalty for speeding the pit lane.
Penalties, drive-through. That's highly unfortunate, as Kiwi's just said, spun in the wall, lost my wheel. So even more unfortunate. Kiwi, if you are listening, would you like to come into the comm box for a quick interview? Do click.
Yeah,
So, Wolfman just passed Hokkien, and I just want to make note, a few laps ago, Wolfman set the fastest lap on his hards. So, he is a man on a mission. He's obviously upset that the contact was made, and now he's setting fastest laps. He's trying to catch up.
He is, he is. Biggles, Moggs, one of you want to invite Kiwi into our combox? If you go hover over his name, you should be able to invite to speak.
Yeah, no problems.
Thank you. Maybe I might have to do it. I don't know.
I don't have the opportunity
Hang on
to
a minute.
invite.
It should be... One sec. Let's see. Invite to speak. So Kiwi, you should be able to do that now. There's Hokkien and... Who's dropping down this order? Wolfman. What's going on?
Wolfman.
What? Oh, Wolfman's off the track.
He's off the track. Yeah, he's just rejoined.
Oh, man.
Actually missed it.
He's right in front of Alabos. Kiwi, you can speak right now. So if you just click the accept one, as Alabos is going round Wolfman. Wolfman's not going to make that easy for him. So
We got Kiwi.
Kiwi's in.
Yeah, boys.
How we doing?
Not too good.
Not too good. Yeah, I can imagine.
Really struggling out there. I haven't put much practice in this week, and I was just struggling for grip.
Nah, that's fair
Tried
enough.
to put the hards on and take it to the end, but I just dropped it, hit the wall on the wrong angle, and just absolutely tore off my front left wheel.
Annoying.
So you did the 5 laps on the softs. Why did you switch over to those mediums? You get damage.
Yeah, so I was battling with Killaroo, and we made a bit of contact, and I went into the wall there and broke my front wing. So I was like, I'll go now, try to make the hards last till the end. And didn't pay out today, so.
So that's what happened when you were in the wall the first time.
Yeah, so it was a bit of a battle, and then it was my fault. I sort of braked a bit late, swerved off to the side, and collected the wall there.
Your lap 10 was pretty good pace as well too. You were in the 111.7, so you were right on the money there for the hard tires. You showed you had the pace, just didn't kind of end up.
I was trying to. I got lapped by Oreo, so I was just trying to stick on his tail, try to catch up to the guys in front of me.
Unfortunate Kiwi, but I suppose sometimes it's how the cookie crumbles. But I'm assuming, yeah, just lost a rear end grip. Then I assume is the
going to keep an eye on the battle. Sorry to cut you off. There's a big battle going on. J Miles looks like he's overtaking both cars. He's going to spin as he taps into Zarko, and he's facing the wrong direction, and that's going to really be a scary moment. He was looking pretty good too as well. 15 laps on those tires, trying to stretch him out to go to the softs, but yes. Now he's going to suffer a little bit of it. Oh, he's on the grass as well.
On the grass. He's lost it once again.
Yeah, he's not a happy camper, is he?
No.
I think...
Keep it cool. Keep it cool. Plenty of time.
Yeah,
now he's reversing. He's going to be retired.
So...
that's unfortunate. Sorry to cut you off there, yeah, because there's some action that was going on.
No. As I said to Dartok last week, cars move so fast. Sometimes you need to be quick and just get straight into it. There's no time to just say sorry. You can say sorry later, unfortunately. So things happen so fast that you just need to be bang right then and there. So don't worry, it's all good.
I was interested in that alternative strategy because remember himself and Guackle were on those medium tires. Guackle's still on the medium tires he started the race with, leading this race, and he's started from P14, currently up into P1. Now his gap to if he boxes right now would be around where the Z-Dog is. I said there's a dog there somewhere. It's P5. It's the Mad Dog. So if he can get out ahead of the Mad Dog, it could be looking very good for him, strong towards the end of the race. What tires would he choose? That's the question.
I'm assuming he's going to go for the soft play. Kiwi, would that be your play if you were Guackle right now?
Yeah, so I'd try to push those mediums for as long as I could, and then cut and go for a good run at the end on the softs. He might have to save the softs towards the end of the race, but if we know anything about Guackle, he does like to push the tyres to their limits. So.
Well, to give you an update there, guys, just a little bit of the information that I get up here in the commentary box. He's about 58, pushing that front right. How long do you think he can last on that before he gets the box?
I'd say another maybe 4 or 5 laps, to be honest.
Yeah, another 4 or 5, I think. I think that's what he's aiming for as well, to get onto the softs.
that's a 60-something% on the front right. Is that going to be enough? I mean, that's not puncture territory, is it?
I mean, Moggs got a puncture last weekend, and that was on what, 77, 78%. So
Yeah, around about the 75, 70, yeah, those that percentage range. Look, Guackle is really good with his racecraft. He's really good at keeping his tyres, not overwearing them. He's a really good driver in the aspect that he has good racecraft. He's always hasn't been the fastest driver, but he knows when to make the good decisions at the right time as well. So I think
He's also
Guackle
dropping
could be
a lot of
looking at
time.
Yeah, but I think he's not worried about that because he's going to be on those softs and they're going to have a big advantage over our hard tyre drivers. So
That's true. He's got to let Oreo pass him. Why not? He's going to try to challenge through the S's.
Yeah, he is,
That's
but
a little brave, isn't it? You can easily get tapped right here. We saw this before.
that's so close.
Yeah, I mean, obviously out there as a driver Kiwi, you want to let somebody through there. I think at this point, it'd be pointless really battling it out there.
If we know anything about Guackle, though, he doesn't give away his position easily. He'll make you work for it every day of the week.
Yeah, think back to Sir Joshi, Oxygen, Miggs, and who else was in that battle? I think Zox was in that battle too with Dougie Falcon back in Britain Season 2, where Sir Joshi got fed up with Guackle not giving him the spot and ran into the side of him, I think it was. So
I do remember that.
he's Guackle's a hard customer to come by. He won't let anyone pie unless you do have to be a slightly aggressive with him sometimes, but so long as it's clean, he respects it.
There you have it. And so he's still. I remember Guackle's battling at the moment with the dog, and I'm sorry because there's a Z dog, bad dog, and the M dog. Well, the dog he's really going to be competing with will be the Mad Dog. He wants to maybe even get ahead of the Z Dog in the pit stop strategy. And then, once again, at that point, he'll have to overtake Matty Matt and Oreo and the Z Dog if he wants to be on the top step of that podium. But he's got to get...
Sorry, speaking of the Z Dog, he's 3/10 behind Matty Man. Out of nowhere, he's come into play for a podium position right now. He's going to get the DRS once again. The gap is now, what, 5.5 tenths? I think it's too far to make a move down here unless he's got a lot of ERS reserved, but the Z-Dog's brought himself into contention. Because what is that? That's, if we have a look from positional change, Z-Dog is up 4 places.
Keep an eye on Albatross and Wolfman as well, battling it up for P8, P9. They're super close right now. I don't know if you want to switch to that one.
Yeah, I just switched to just do it now. It looked like Alaboz Park put himself into the middle of the track. Wolfman gets himself a 3-second time penalty because he's fighting for dear life right now. Yeah, it looks like Alaboz just put it in the middle of the track, and Wolfman's not going to really be able to do much about it unless he's. You have to be a little bit more aggressive, I think, Wolfman. I mean, he's thinking of the championship, but he's stuck in 9th, and right now, I think he'll lose ground to Oreo. I Love Controller is in 12th, so it looks like Oreo could pip himself up very nicely.
I Love Controller's being held up by Sly Dog and Quick Draw up ahead. Now, I Love Controller on some fresh boots there. He should be able to get past Sly Dog, but Sly Dog on 17-lap mediums, trying to stretch it to the softs, is going to hold up I Love Controller.
Yeah, you're on board with...
Controller was on pole.
You're on board with I Love Controller. I'm on board with Wolfman trying to get past Alaboz right now. Is he going to go for it? He does, you know. Late dive. Alaboz has left him the room, but I don't think there's enough room. Wolfman will get... Whoa! Alaboz is in the wall!
Oh, he would have just lost traction.
That's where I.
That's where you got the Sharpie outside your name. Yeah.
Yeah, it's on the wall in the exact same spot there. So.
You had the little fold-up chair there. You're sipping on a pina colada in Brazil right now, sitting right there. Hope you got out of the way.
Yeah, I just hope there's someone would come say hi, you know. So.
Hey, come and say hi to me in the palm tree on turn 9. I'm sitting up there, sipping my pina colada, watching this race.
Oreo.
Oh, Oreo.
Yeah, puts in the fastest lap. Sorry, Kiwi. Yeah, puts in the fastest lap as Zox. I Love Controller's taken my livery. Pain. Oh, I know how you must feel. Z-Dog's...
Get the spray can out, mate. We'll fix that. All right.
when he gets disconnected once again, quick spray paint on the go.
All right, tell you a quick update there from the Guackle Garage. 71% front right. Is he going to push it for a few more laps?
I Love Controller's
His
going.
last lap. He's losing two seconds left to Oreo as well. Sorry, go ahead.
I Love Controller just past Quick Draw right now, so he's back on the march. 6-lap old meaning. He's got that strange Cody glitch where the engine is stuck in neutral when he's gearing up and down. So I Love Controller on the march, 4.3 seconds behind Wolfman on fresher mediums. So by the time we get to lap 36, those tires will be relatively in the same tire wear ish, around about there. As I think there's only about 5 to 8 lap difference.
In the box.
Using the box.
Yeah, Guaco's going to box now. 74% front right. So hopefully the team will get this tire off.
Yeah.
If he gets it in the right angle and in the pit lane garage, let's see what's going to happen. It's about it. Remember, it's a 20-second 23 if they get it perfect on the money. Good in and out. I think that's a very good pit stop for him.
Wow.
He's going to slot out. Where is he right now? You're going to be seeing, it looks like the Mad Dog coming around the corner here. It's going to be a battle, isn't it? It's a very long pit lane entrance.
Oh, this will be a big battle, actually. So you see Mad Dog is going around now. So Guackle is coming out of that pit, so he's just behind. But look, there's 17 lap difference between his softs and his mediums. And Guackle will take those softs all the way to the end. So I don't think Mad Dog's going to be able to take those mediums to the end.
I think Guackle's in a really good position right now. I think we should be keeping an eye on him for the rest of the race.
Well, what do we got?
Do the math. The top guys are on the hard tires, and then obviously Mad Dog is going to be a sitting target right now. We're taking Kenny from a baby, no doubt. But he's not thinking about Mad Dog. He's thinking about Oreo in P1.
Yeah.
I don't know whether he'll get Oreo. I think Matty Man is probably his target. Because Matty Man's 13 seconds behind Oreo, and there's Mad Dog's 10 seconds behind Matty Man. So there's about a 23-second gap to Oreo. That's a whole pit stop.
I think Guackle might be looking at going for the overtake on Mad Dog on the main straight here.
He is.
He should get him easy. He could outbrake him totally in the S's, but he's not. He's going to back off. He's going to hold on that one. You can see Mad Dog struggling for grip, no doubt.
I think Guackle
So he's playing it safe, isn't he?
Yeah, Guackle knows there's another DRS zone.
Right here, he should get him. He get heavy braking in Decido Lago. No, he's too far back again.
Yeah, he didn't get the drive he wanted, so that's held him up a bit.
And we're asking a driver there, Kiwi, that just retired, obviously, unfortunately. So Kiwi, is this holding him up right now? I mean, you got the best grip you possibly can right now, and this tire's fresh out of the blankets, because they start to go off at about lap 5 or lap 6. Still got pace, but she needs to attack now, right?
Get past him. That first lap coming down the main straight there. This lap will hurt Guackle. He's also got his light flashing, so Guackle's got no ERS left, so he's got to get a good run on him this lap, and then hopefully if he gets past in, it won't hold him up for too long.
Yeah, you can see the confidence between the tyre difference. Like Guackle's all around. He's not going to get him before the DRS even opens.
Yeah, he got him here, hasn't he? As I said, taking candy from a Mad Dog baby.
But Mad Dog
Nothing Mad Dog could do.
He
He's
does
boxing anyway, yeah.
He boxes. That's held up Oreo, and it's probably stopped a bit of a march as he outbreaks himself. So that's held him up for one lap. He didn't need. Every lap counts. So, and this is the thing, you got to make the passes count.
It was a 110.6. Now Oreo on that same lap did a 110.4 on the hard tires. So yeah, it definitely held him up a lot of time. Well, now he can get on with it. Now he can do the Guackle time.
Well, the other thing as well, it not only hurt his time, it hurt his tyre wear. So that's tyre wear he didn't need to lose.
That's true. He's up 10% already in the front left. Just on that one lap of soft tyre. Just one lap, he's used 10%.
So it's not going to be what you want. He's going to have to also tyre save quite a bit too. So not ideal, but is what it is, I suppose, and he's going to have to put up with it. But yeah.
I'm gonna roll out. The team's calling me back to the truck to talk about the debrief of how I wasted a whole lot of money totally in the car.
It's coming out of your salary, by the way, Kiwi.
Yeah. So I'll see you guys for tier 1
Catch
a
you
little
then.
bit later on.
Catch you then, Kiwi. Catch you then.
Cheers, Kiwi.
Thanks for the chat. Sorry about the DNF. Well, not much you can do about it, but good on you for being a good bloke, sportsmanship, and come up and have a chat to us in the commentary box. We love it.
Sweet. Cheers, mate. Catch you later.
Catch you, Kiwi. The Z-Dog still stuck behind Matty Man. I don't think that gap's gone bigger than 7/10 in the last.
I've been keeping an eye on those two. So the Z-Dog seems to gain a lot of time on Matty Man coming into Sector 2. And then as we get into Sector 3, I think Matty Man gets a little bit more traction and Z-Dog loses a little bit. And then on the main straight, I think the Z-Dog just doesn't have enough ERS to get by him, but we'll see how they go.
Yeah, if we look at the ERS, they've both got roughly the
Ooh.
same, but Z-Dog looks
Z-Dog.
closer here. He looks quite a bit closer here.
Matty Man,
Where's he going to go?
go?
To the left or to the right? He's going to go to the left. Or...
Oh, big lock up too.
Yeah, he's going to have to back off. He's compromised his exit. You can see he's going to lose a bit of time down the DRS straight. I think Matt would be pretty happy with that defensive move.
Yeah, I think Z-Dog probably needed to send it. This was a problem he had last round where he couldn't pass pay because he needed to be a little bit more aggressive into the overtaking zone. Z-Dog is, I'm not going to say a pushover, but I'm going to say he's too lenient. He's too, what's the word I'm looking for? He needs to be a little bit more forceful in his overtakes, and he doesn't. So he likes, if there's a straight, he'll get past him because obviously it's a straight. But into corners, he needs to be a little bit more punchy when he's overtaking.
Get his elbows out.
Yeah.
Make the move.
Yeah, you read my mind. Elbows out. I was about to say that.
It's more particular when the corner is his and he doesn't go for it. So
yeah, I don't think there's going to be too much to happen with that one. But check out who's going to be doing something about the Roo, and that'll be the Mad Dog on the Killer Roo, because obviously that Mad Doggy has the best tires.
Beat it.
Certainly it's punchy.
Beat you to it, actually. But when I heard the Roo, I jumped on board with him straight away. But yeah,
Then again, there's another battle at the front there. You might have to go for Z-Dog because he's going to be super close as well. I'm not sure which battle you want to go to, but I think at the moment it might be Mad Dog easily making an overtake. I don't know.
Matty Man's got himself a 3-second time penalty. Oh, that's going to hurt.
Yeah, he just ran a little bit wide and track extended there. He does a big lock up. Z-Dog's right behind him as well.
You know who that helps?
Hopefully.
That helps Guackle's pursuit. That means Guackle only has to close down another
does.
5 seconds. Killaroo's going for it.
does.
Oh, he's side by side. The guys have left each other room. Killaroo just left enough room and it's okay. I think Alaboz has gone for another... No, he's okay. Who was that that's traveling very slowly?
Ooh,
Not Z-Dog.
Something's happened to the Z-Dog. Yeah.
It is the
He's
Z-Dog.
lost time. Yeah.
He's lost a lot of time.
Oh yeah, Guackle's going to be a lot of top at the back of him. I was going to say it. Guackle hasn't been really improving on this time so much that he has on these fresh tires. He's only been matching these guys. Now he's got a lucky break, doesn't he? Podium could be up for grabs.
It can be if you can get within that 1 second. He's going to get a short jump from that DRS. Wolfman in 10th right now, so he's having not a great race at all. A stinker, I probably should say.
Keep an eye on I love for controller as well, because after battles through the wars, all the way at the back, coming back, he started P1, dropped all the way back. Now he's back up in the P6. Now he's on the back of Zarko on pretty much similar tires, but he has a grippier tire. I think he's looking for a P5. He's no penalties as well, so that'll help him.
Those tires, I think come lap 33, I Love Controller will fill them where Zarko will be like, yeah, you know, I got the better tire here. But I Love Controller sits where he is now. He'll lead the championship for the first time in Tier 2.
He's thinking about damage limitation, isn't he? Well, Guackle's going to be thinking about how to get past the Z-Dog, which I'd imagine should easily happen down the main straight.
Another
Just
yellow
through jump
flag.
code.
Sorry, Biggles. There was another yellow flag in Sector 1. I think it might have been Hokkien. Yeah, I Love Controller lining up a move, or is about to line up a move on Zarko. 3 tenths separating, 2.5 tenths now. I think I Love Controller, as soon as that DRS opens up, is going to be gone.
He's got him for sure. Yep. I don't think there's any too much you can do about that 17 km/h speed difference, isn't it? Down the back in the main straight.
Gone.
He's got to make sure he breaks it correctly.
Oh, Guackle's going for it on the Z-Dog. He's gone up the inside. He's made it stick too.
So, just caught the end of that.
Yeah, he's got to make sure he doesn't outbrake himself as he climbs up the hill here to the tricky sections here of 8, 9, and 10. Another yellow that looks like for somebody just going slow. Everything's okay, I think.
I think it might be Alaboz.
Slide Dog as well, making an overtake at the back there on Payne down the main straight. Yes, it is. Slide Dog in that very camouflaged car.
Yeah, Slide Dog on the 4-lap-old softs compared to Pace 19-lap-old hards. It feels like a world of difference. Pay be feeling. Oh, he's coming back at him. Actually, he is. He's going back past him. Eat my words and my humble pie. So, Pay back in front of Slide Dog.
He's putting pressure on him. Yeah, exactly. Why not? Well, Slide Dog, he knows he has to size him up. He's got time on his side. About 5 laps to go. He doesn't need to risk it. He's just to size him up for the main straight. Yeah, there's a leg glitch too, right?
Yeah, I think a little bit of a bump there. But Guackle in P3 right now. I feel like the Z-Dog's going to come back at him because Guackle's tires right now will not be feeling great. Within 3 laps, I feel like Guackle will be swimming in olive oil very soon. So
is it extra virgin olive oil or is this the regular?
It is.
It's about 35% on the front. So he should be okay, but he, as you said, he has to time manage a little bit right now. He can't afford to battle. I think Guackle needs to really focus on a P3. I'd say Matty's too far up the road.
yeah,
If he has to push like that, he's in trouble. I mean, obviously, Matty has 3 seconds penalties, but still, that's a 14 second deficit. That's not going to work. Oreo can be definitely in control of this race easily, just has to bring it home.
he does. So he's got, what, 17 seconds to Matty Man. Matty Man up for a 2nd place. Though, if that gap between Guackle and Matty Man comes within 5 seconds, 3 seconds, I mean, then Matty Man might be sweating a little bit. But I think he's okay, unless he has a bit of a wobble somewhere.
Well, we saw the wobble, didn't we, before? That was the Z-Dog, wasn't it? It made a little error there and made Guackle catch that. Guackle's bonding on about 8 seconds, and then Z-Dog made an error somewhere on 18-lap hard tyres, which can easily go to the end of the race, but they're not going to have the pace. He's now going to look behind to I Love Control, that certainly has the pace. Remember, I Love Control was the fastest man in qualifying, started on P1, but I Love Control has a 10-second deficit with just a handful of laps to go. That's a tall order.
Well, Wolfman's...
Alabos on Pay Altea, going around the outside.
I was just on board with Wolf.
Just into turn 1. And he makes it.
Makes a stick.
Yeah, he makes it stick.
I was just on board with
So
Wolf.
that's P12.
Wolfman.
Yeah, I was gonna
Wolfman's
say,
going to go
Wolfie.
on the kill inside of Killaroo. Bit of a touch.
Oh,
Wolfman trying to force his way. Killaroo's
Still battling.
hugging the inside. Wolfman's got just enough space, and around the outside he goes. So
it's howling, isn't he? The Wolfman's howling. He's pouncing all over the Kangaroo. Well, why not the Kangaroo? Well, the Killaroo, of course. Unfortunately, he's done 21 laps on those tyres. He has to bring it to the end.
he does.
And, yep.
He's got 3 laps to go. It's manageable. I think he'll be okay. It'll be the drivers like Guackle and Alabos have to probably start sweating for a little bit for a while. But 3 laps to go. Almost home. Oreo's almost home. Matty Man's almost home. So Oreo coming for his first win, potentially. Don't want to say anything too soon, just in case. Just in case. We've
He's
seen.
fine. I think he could turn it down right now. Obviously, you guys know as a driver, he could just manage this 17-second gap. He doesn't feel any pressure from anybody. Matty also has that 3-second penalty. The only pressure Matty has from Guackle, but he probably will be aware, and Jeff on the radio saying, Guackle's tyres are really starting to fall off the cliff at that point. Guackle really has to look at managing Z-Dog behind him. That will be his survival of keeping a potential podium.
Yeah. I feel like 2 laps to go. You know what? I think Z-Dog's probably realised maybe a 4th is probably the best he's going to be able to do. Guackle just keeping pace just enough. Unless Guackle gets a time penalty, I don't see Z-Dog coming back at him. Not with 2 laps to go. Or a mistake for that fact. But you know what? Anything can happen. We've seen time and time again what happens when we say things. So.
It's called the commentator's curse. You know that.
So, on board with Matty
Just go
Man.
on board with somebody.
Yeah.
Just go on board with somebody and then give him the commentator's curse. No, I don't. I'll tell you what, I Love Controller has done a pretty good recovery drive. He's the only driver that's in the top 6 that had the extra pit stop. Remember, he had 13 laps on the soft tires, had damage, had to replace it. Did 1 lap. Sorry, not damage. It was 1 lap on those softs. Had to box again, and has now done 19 laps. So from starting P1, making his recovery back to P5 is certainly pretty good for his championships, as you said.
Yeah.
Leading that one. You're right.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. I think the other driver probably needs a little bit more credit as well as the M-Dog. M-Dog, obviously having that jump start, was plumb last. Is into the top 10, so he's in 8th right now. Had a bit of a wheel spin coming out of turn 11. Touched the grass a bit too, so that wouldn't have helped. But Mad Dog closing in on Zarko, 2.3 seconds with 2 laps to go. Zarko might be okay. This will be his first top 6 finish, Zarko, I think. Or maybe his second 6th place finish. I'm not sure, not quite sure. Need to go back. I'm pretty sure because his debut was Monaco, and I'm pretty sure he finished in the top 10. So Austria, I think he had a top 10 finish as well, but I'm not sure how high up he was.
Come on, Josie. You have one job. One job.
I have one job, but a lot on my mind.
I know, it's fine to be miserable. I'll tell you what, once again, my driver of the day would have to go to Guacal because he started P14. Alternative strategy, 22 mediums, 12 softs, made his way, battling obviously in a few overtakes and so forth, kept his nose clean, no penalties, and on the third step of the podium, yeah, to take that one in a heartbeat, wouldn't you?
Yeah. So, I think, well, speaking of driver of the day, we may as well put it to our viewers. Viewers, do tell us who your driver of the day is in the comments in the videos. So we'd like to know who you guys would vote as driver of the day. We know the game will give it to Guacal with that 11. Mog's driver of the day. He hasn't raced yet.
I'll have to 100% agree with Biggles. I think Guacal just really, with that alternative strategy, just showed his racecraft today. Getting up to P3, I think that's excellent for him. But also, you can't put away Oreo, P1, managed the race from start to finish.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't P1.
He's about to come around the finish
P2.
line. Oreo wins his first OCE Racing League 2 Grand Prix. After all
That's
the
tasty,
wait.
isn't it?
After all the
I'm
wait.
foaming it. Yeah, go ahead.
So no, after all the wait, he's battled with Wolfman in Baku, where it was under 5/10. He's battled with I Love Controller, where he was doomed by the pit stop, where he was put in the same box as someone who had to serve a penalty and get a front wing replacement. And finally, he wins. So Guacal, Matty Man and Guacal finishing the podium places. So Mad Dog.
He wins.
Ooh, Mad Dog coming around. Gonna finish in front of Zarko. Ooh, they actually pipped I Love Controller.
He did. On penalties, I believe. Yeah.
There's no time to how far Mad Dog finished behind Zarko because it was that close.
Wow.
Your Wolfman will slot in there in P9, and he'll howl himself into the fastest lap as well.
Unbelievable. I race with Pad Peanuts 0000. Does that mean they finished the exact same time? And I would like to see that, as Guacal is given the driver of the day. Zox, I wonder if Biggles will know who I am. I think he does know who you are. Tycho Hendricks is a race director award of the day award. Maybe. Drive of the day to Biggles. Biggles, you got driver of the day apparently from Zox. Tycho Hendricks, Oreo, 100% driver of the day. So, a lot of mixed reception for driver of the day. But as you can see, Oreo gets his first race win. Tycho will be happy as his race engineer. So,
very Pascal-y podium, isn't it? Look at those Pascal colours.
Joe Guac podium. Guac gets his podium. Yes, he does. From, what was it? P14.
P14.
Yeah.
Wow.
Incredible.
That's why it was my driver of the day. I mean, that was a brilliant drive, isn't it? Surviving all that carnage and doing overtakes as well. Remember, he didn't just sit there. He had to work for it.
Incredible. But, as you can see, the race winner, Oreo, in P1. Matty Man. P2, his debut and first podium. Guacal P3, Z-Dog 4th, Zarko 5th, Mad Dog 6th, M-Dog 7th, I Love Controller. I think the last minute penalty cost him in P8, Wolfman 9th. So first and second in P8 and 9. Killaroo 10th, Sly Dog 11th, Alalos 12th, Pay 13th, Quick Draw 14th, Hockey in 15th, J-Mile 16th, and Kiwi, the 2 retirements in P17. So, but I think it's probably time to grab our podium finishers for a quick interview. I'll quickly drag them across. Right, Matty Mand and Guackle, the last one to drag across. But I think we'll have the first driver up for an interview. Moggs, would you like to interview Mr. Guackle? Or Guaxinated, as he likes to be called.
Yes.
Guackle,
Guackle, you there?
should be able to speak. Guackle, are you there? There we go.
I just got dragged in. I didn't know what's going on. There's so much happening. I was in the middle of a conversation with someone else, and I'm like, and we'll have Guackle up to speak. I'm like, what?
Moggs,
Yeah.
Moggs, take it away.
Guackle,
gonna say
mate, fantastic race.
He's
he
killed
started
it.
back from. What do you mean?
He's killed it. He's killed it. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go.
In your qualifying, mate, you started back in, what was it, P14, and then you went that alternative strategy. You hung out and you made those mediums last all the way to the end. I think you were getting close to puncture territory there as well. Tell us how you went with your
Softs
race.
to the end, Moggs.
So,
Softs to the end.
so we went on the mediums for what 20? I think it was end of 22. So essentially 23 laps. I think I was 73%, 72, 73% on the front right.
Yeah.
And yeah, like it was just after my qualifying where I clearly didn't have this track figured out yet. And I wouldn't say that I've got pace by the end of the race, but I've at least kind of bridged that gap where I was really struggling in quali. And I started P15. Something happened to, I think, quick draw, which gave me one spot bump. And I was just like, okay, well, let's dump on those fresh mediums and we'll just see what happens. You know, I'll just wait for like, not to be cruel to other people, but I'll just wait for other people to make mistakes and I'll just try and stay clean. And it worked.
That's awesome, mate. And that's what you exactly did. You went onto the mediums, you went on that alternative strategy, and you were always there. And that comes down to your absolutely brilliant racecraft. So P3, how do you feel about that?
I'm stoked, man. Like that's from potentially losing like, you know, 30, 40, 50 points to Oreo, who was after qualifying a point ahead of me. I'd say that's just like saved my season by managing to pull that out. So I'm stoked. I'm over the moon, especially with how slow I was going into this. You know, I've just had my second vaccination and I spent all of yesterday in bed just with no energy, you know, nothing in me, and I'm stoked I've pulled that out. This is fantastic.
That's awesome, mate. You know, you had a brilliant race today, mate. You should be proud of yourself.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Guackle, and thank you, Moggs. Biggles, you ready to interview Matty Man?
Yeah, I was just going to say Guackle as well too, mate. That was brilliant. You were my driver of the day. The strategy paid off, kept your nose clean, did some overtakes, and especially, as you said there, from the second jab, out of bed, pumped up like a spring onion, weren't you? And then
Literally
got that
though,
done.
like what time did we kick off? 4:30? I think I was still in bed at 10 past. So
way to bounce back,
rest
mate.
is
Well, I'll tell you
important,
what,
everybody. Rest is important.
it is, mate. I'll tell you what, you don't need to rest too much now because you're going to go down to the Rio de Janeiro and have some carnival celebrations of those Latin American Brazilian ladies later on anyway. So anyway, we'll go to the next interview. Aside from that, we'll let you go down there and do that. Enjoy your champagne. Anyway, so Matty Man.
Hello.
What can we say? P2 from P3. You gained one.
Yeah.
How was that race?
Pretty good race. Yeah, the plan going into it was just sort of make it through the first couple corners. It's my first race in this league, so I was just sort of looking to finish it off. I race in my single-player games with anti-lock brakes and traction control on, so I spent the last week trying to learn how to drive with the assists off, and it's good to see the hard work's paid off.
Well done.
Yeah, mate. Exactly. P2. That's hard work, all right. I think you were battling. You were really just battling with Oreo at the front of the race. Kind of a lonely race for you two. Do you think at some point you could have brought that a little bit closer to Oreo? I mean, you're the only one picked up a little bit of a penalty late, but
Yeah, Oreo just drove an amazing race. He finished maybe 20 seconds up the road. I think I was battling for a lot of the time in the second half of that race with Z-Dog or something, I think it was. Yeah, I picked up that 3-second penalty and I was like, oh no, I've lost position to him. But he binned it coming out of the last corner on that lap, so it's pretty lucky that he dropped behind by it was about 8 seconds, and that was what allowed me to keep P2.
You did, and then at that point it was a lonely race. But you had 13 laps on the soft tires. You lapped a lap earlier. Did you try the undercut on Oreo? Was that your
I
strategy?
did think about it, but I think I almost lost it a couple times, and I think I was out of undercut range. I also didn't want to fall into any traffic and lose a front wing or something.
All right, well, mate, that's a pretty impressive job there. If that's your first race, and are you looking forward to battling it out there with the top guns? More podiums, more champagne for you, and a few more races to go for the season.
That's the plan.
I'd like to hear that. That's the attitude.
Great
Good
stuff.
on you, mate.
Great stuff, matey man. Great stuff. I think no worries. I think we'll move on to the man of the moment. Oreo should be able to talk.
Yeah, cheers.
Welcome, Oreo, and finally, you have your first race win. How do you feel?
Finally. Pretty good. Bit of redemption from last race, but yeah, it's pretty good. I was really fortunate. I had my hopes on getting I Love Controller in the first corner, but he just pulled away at the start there. But yeah, I managed to capitalize when I think it was stuck behind well, anyway, he got stuck behind the guy that glitched in front. But yeah, it was a pretty good race from there. I just had to manage my tires to try and overcut Maddie, and so that's and then I just managed to do that. So then just put in the pace in the second stint mainly.
Yeah.
Real quick there, Oreo. Sorry to cut you off there, Jules, because I had this question. There was a jump start, which I believe that was from. I can't remember who that driver was, but I wasn't sure who it was. But there was
Alabos, yeah.
Alabos. No, Alabos wasn't jump start. No, it was not.
M-Dog jump start.
M-Dog, yeah. Alabos got past everybody without a jump start because I'm seeing a race control. So was that surprising you? Because we didn't really see too much of that action. Did you see where he got past you and Maddie and so forth? Or
it wasn't. It was just what happened last race as well with Out of Controller. It's just apparently something like with a glitch with Codemasters, and then he just he was AFK and he just because you know how your times are different as well for the start. He just glitched ahead. I wasn't too fast, but to be honest. Yeah.
If you use AI, if the AI does a launch start, then yeah, the AI is going to dominate everybody in reaction time.
Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah.
Obviously, that'll be something reviewed later. Anyway, it didn't really affect the results for this race. So anyway, that's what I had to ask you.
Second penalty to Codemasters.
Biggles, you took my question.
Oh, sorry.
No, good.
Sorry, mate.
But,
I
look,
have one race a season to commentate, okay? So I can steal a question.
It's all good. It's all good. But look, nonetheless, Oreo, like, after finishing 5/10 behind Wolfman in Baku, the drama of Austria, where you 2/10. So the drama of Austria, where you got stuck behind, I think it was Rayhan in the pits, who had a penalty and a front wing to be changed. Like, this must feel as good as it possibly gets, yeah?
Yeah, it was pretty good. The overcut really helped, and that was thanks to Tiho, who told me to overcut, really. That way I just stay out of the back mark, well, not back markers, the people that were behind me. So that really, really helped me.
Yeah, I mean, look, I think you took your chance, and I think I'm gonna say that this was probably your race-winning moment. Was the moment Alabos and I Love Controller were battling, and you took your moment to
Exactly.
I Love Controller. So I assume that would have been your race-winning moment. What was probably the highlight, I suppose? That would be the main one, yeah.
Yeah, hence why I'm not too bothered that you got a jump start.
Well, once we actually calculate all the totals, you may be within, I think, 10 points of Wolfman and I Love Controller. So you've definitely closed that gap up at the top.
Pretty good.
But unfortunately for Guackle, I think with the race win, you do move ahead of Guackle. So Guackle will be a little bit upset.
Yeah,
that was a really good
10th place
race.
penalty for Oreo. Just
But look, nonetheless, Oreo, thank you for joining us in the commentary box, and well done for your race win, Matty Man. And I think he's already gone. What do you call it? No, Guackle's here? No, yeah. So Matty Man and Guackle, yes, thank you for joining us in the combox for an interview, and well
done, Oreo. Well done.
Cheers, you too.
well done in the race for the three of you, actually, for first, second, and third. And I think with that, we shall wrap things up. Well, Moggs, Biggles, what was our thoughts? You first, Moggs.
I thought that was a fantastic race. That was action-packed. People bumping into each other, passing each other. It was just absolutely fantastic, and I think, yeah, it was just a great race all round.
Wasn't it? Biggles?
Mate, yeah, Brazil always produces, doesn't it? Interlagos delivers every single time. One of my most exciting races. A pity it's not in the end of the actual Formula One calendar in the real life anymore, but
Yeah.
even if we do go to Brazil this year, but yeah. Anyway, doesn't matter because in the virtual world, it's always a brilliant race, and so very happy to be in the commentary box for you guys to enjoy season 3, round 6
Yeah.
of OCE.
Thanks, Biggles. Thank you. I forgot to add, actually, this was also the race where you had your, I think, hard drive issues where it crashed on you when you were commentating with us in season 1, actually, if you remember. And I think it was also the race.
Don't remind me.
Yeah, it was also the race you fell asleep in.
Oh no! What? Well, hang on. I'm not quite sure about that one. We'll have to check that one with Jeff.
Palm
But
tree. Very enticing. You know, I'm gonna go hang out with Biggles now under the palm tree.
the palm tree's nice, my friend. It's nice.
So-
You get a pina colada. The coconuts just drop there. Crack it open and slip that in there. Your drink there, and you fold up chair, just like Alonso. Just sit there. Just.
I'll see you there in 20 minutes, man.
But nonetheless, Biggles,
Yeah, no.
Biggles, thank you so much for joining once again in the com box. It's amazing to have you here. You too, Moggs, as well. Like, I suppose, look, it's always great when you're commentating, but even greater when you're sharing all the moments with people you get along with very well, and people are great people as well. So thank you, Moggs and Biggles.
Thanks, Jules. Thanks for having me, mate.
No worries, Moggs. Biggles, thank you so much as well for joining in the com box once again. As well for all your work as well, because right now, what is it, 12 o'clock in the morning for you? 1 o'clock in the morning?
Don't worry about the time, my friend. Can we have a division tier 1 race coming up soon?
We
Hang
do.
out to that one.
We've got T1 coming up in just over an hour. Viewers, once again, this is not possible without you guys watching and sticking around watching our races. So thank you for watching and sticking around. I think it's time to call it there, guys. And we look forward to T1 for round 6 of the Brazilian Grand Prix in 1 hour and 2 minutes, to be precise. So, thanks guys. We will catch you very soon. See ya.